Hey folks, welcome back to another video of the Flutter Development course brought to you by Newton School. For those of you who are wondering who I am, so my name is Harsh Kumar Khatri and I am going to be your instructor for this Flutter Development course. I am currently working as an intern at Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and I have been an ex-Flutter developer intern at a firm named AppScript, where my primary goal was to develop Flutter application totally from scratch. I am also an instructor on Udemy and Unix, where I teach people Flutter, and my Flutter development courses have more than 30,000 plus enrollments already, so you can check them out as well. You must be wondering what Newton School is. So basically Newton School is a platform which helps you to learn and develop the skills that you need for your best tech career. There are courses specifically designed for freshers, working professionals, and for women with no prior experience in tech. Newton School first trains you for 6 months and helps you become a full stack developer. It also has a network of 300 great companies who hire directly from Newton School. So once the training is complete, then Newton School also ensures that you are placed with one of the best companies in the country. There is also a pay after placement program where you don't have to pay anything to Newton School beforehand until you are placed with a minimum CTC of rupees 5 lakhs per annum. They are also having another awesome initiative known as Launchpad, where they are providing you with some of the courses for free of cost, and you can work on those courses and write the code on their code editor, which is given on their website. And also, not to mention that you will also be getting a certificate of completion if you complete those courses which are provided to you. Now coming to the things which will be covered in today's video. So in this video I am going to cover about two different things which people implement or which people use when they are working with Flutter apps. So the first one which we are going to see in this video is the drawer. So basically what drawers are, you must have seen a hamburger option is generally present on the top left of the app in the app bar. Which is basically on clicking displaying a drawer or the list of items which are present for better navigation within the app. So that is basically a drawer which we are going to implement in this video. And the next thing which I am going to tell you, or which for which the implementation I am going to show you in this video, is the top 3 dots. So basically what top 3 dots are for: in the app bar, the leftmost position is occupied by the drawer, whereas on the rightmost position you must have seen 3 dots which are appearing.
So these dots are basically for logging the user out or taking the user to some specific screen. So those are the things which most of the developers also use when they want to increase the navigation thing or they want to implement some particular feature in the app. So we'll be also seeing the implementation of that thing in this video as well. So these are the two things which I'm going to cover. So let me switch the screen and let's start working on each of these.
So here you can see that I have switched the screen and I have opened the app which we were working on in the previous video. So in the previous video we have seen how we can implement two different kinds of packages inside our Flutter app. So I have taught you about the Flipkart package and for the Flutter native splash package, through which you can add a native splash screen inside your Flutter app. So in this video, as I have already told you the topics for this video, we are going to see the drawer part. So let me start by adding the required code, or just removing the code which we won't be needing for this video. So I'll be removing this complete safe area which is present as a body, removing this, and we'll be removing the body part as well. Let's remove this as well, the background color. Yeah, now I have removed the part which I won't be needing for this particular video. And now let's start working on the drawer part of our app. So for adding a drawer, what we need to do is inside this scaffold only. So we have to add a keyword, or we have to add a property with a drawer. So scaffold has a drawer property to which we can add a widget, or we can add a widget with the name of a drawer. And this drawer takes multiple things inside it. The first one being a child. So if we want any particular child to be showed as a drawer, so we can display that. It also takes an elevation, like the app bar is having an elevation, so similar elevation it will be taking, and it will be elevating our widgets or the drawer which we are showing over here to that particular height or the value which we are passing inside it. It takes a key to identify the particular widget among various different drawers which are available if we are adding more than one drawer, or when we are adding this drawer widget more than one times inside our Flutter application. And it takes a semantic label. So I have already explained in deep about what semantic labels are in one of the previous videos, so make sure to check those videos out as well, where I have explained you about the properties of each of the widgets which are available, which we use mostly in our Flutter app. So there are 2 videos of that kind. You can check them out for more info on what semantic label is. So now let's add a child to this drawer. So this child will be the basic child which will be displaying when we'll be opening the drawer. But before that, let me show you what will be displayed to us when we are not adding any child inside it. Let's add a bar to this scaffold as well. So app bar will be of kind app bar, and it will be having a title to it, which will be having a widget as text saying hello, hitting S, Control S, so that it is saving this particular screen. And yeah, now you can see over here that it is displaying me with the app bar and the drawer also. So when I'll be clicking on the drawer, for now it is displaying me with a blank drawer. So for that particular thing, like to display some items inside the drawer, we need to add the child to the drawer as well. So adding the drawer over here, so adding the childs to this drawer to be specific. So for the child, we'll be using a list view inside this. So basic simple list view, and this list view takes multiple things, the first one being a padding. Next it has a children, so I'll be passing the padding to be h inserts dot 0, some typos, padding to be h inserts dot 0. Next, adding some childrens to this list view, so it takes a list of children, and inside this, as a children to this list view, I'll be adding a what we can say list styles. But before that, I need to add a drawer header. So for adding a particular widget as a header of the drawer, for example, in most of the apps you have seen that whenever there is a drawer present, all the items which are available in that drawer are in a form of same type, but the first item which is present in the drawer, which is the header for that drawer, it is basically present in a form which is different from all the other widgets which are present inside that. So for that particular case, I am adding a drawer header over here as well, which will be having a text saying drawer header, so that the user can identify that this is a drawer header. And also we can add some decorations to it. So this takes a box decoration property, as this is the property which is also available when we are adding some decorations to the container. And adding a color, so colors dot blue over here, hitting Control S again. And now when I'll be clicking on the drawer, so here you can see that drawer header is appearing, and it is displaying a text which is saying drawer header. You can also add the properties to this drawer header, like changing the size of this drawer header, like whatever size it should be having. You can add some margins to it. You can add the padding for this drawer header, duration in which this drawer header should be displaying. So milliseconds, by default it is 250 millisecond, which is 0.25 second. You can add a curve like fast, out, slow, in. So this is the particular curve or animation which it is currently using. So you can alter this particular thing as well from here. Now let me add some childrens to this drawer after this drawer header. So adding another children as a type of list tile inside this what we can say inside the childrens of this list view. So this list tile will be having a title at first, saying having a text widget, and it will be saying item 1. And after this title, adding an on tab, and this on tab will be closing the drawer, that is navigator dot pop context. So here it is showing it is working fine. Now let me copy this particular list style and paste it again as item 2, and the navigator will be behaving the similar way as it is behaving for the first list style which is present inside here. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be opening the drawer, and here you can see that the item 1 and item 2 are being listed over here, and the drawer header is also available on the top. When I'll be clicking on any of this item, the drawer will be automatically closing. So when I click on the item 1, the drawer will be closing, as we have entered navigator dot pop over there with the context being passed to it. And when I'll be clicking on the second item as well, the drawer will be closing. So this was how you can add a drawer to your application. So basically adding a drawer widget and then passing the items to it, which will be displayed as a child to this drawer. Now let me show you how you can add the top 3 dots which are available inside your app. So for adding those top 3 dots, what we need is inside this app bar only we have to add another property with the type of actions. So what actions are, so whenever there is an app bar present, all the items which are appearing on the most right side of the app bar, so all those items we can say, or the widgets which we are displaying over there, we add them basically inside the actions. there are chances that if the app is not using an app bar, or if the app is using some other architecture or some other widgets to make the app bar, so in that particular case those widgets are not displayed with an action, but in most of the cases those widgets are displayed with the help of an action only. And action basically takes various different items. You can pass any of the widgets inside it which are suitable or which are appropriate, working fine with it. Most of them are appropriate, but some of them will be providing you with some error, like the overflowing error, or the widget is not displaying error, or some other errors as well. I'm not totally sure about all of the error, but yeah, it will be providing you some of the error if the widgets are not suitable or like working fine with these actions. So now let's start working or adding the particular thing which we'll be needing for adding those top 3 dots. So the first thing which I'll be adding inside the action is a pop-up menu button. So pop-up menu button, it takes an item builder, and this item builder takes a context in it. And after this context, here we have to return something as well. So I am adding a return statement for now, and I am not adding whatever we are returning to it, because before adding that I need to add the on selected as well, which will be taking a function which will be used for altering between whatever the properties which we are selecting. So I'll be creating a handle click function later on, adding a comma as well, and now returning whatever we want or whatever we want to display through this return statement. So I'll be passing 2 items which I want to display. The first one will be a logout item, and the second one will be a settings item, because these are the 2 options which are mostly available on those top 3 dots which are present inside our app. And after that I'll be adding a dot map over here, which will be mapping each of these items to a widget which we are adding over here. So we'll be adding a pop-up menu item, adding these parentheses over here, and after this, inside these, what I can add is I can return a pop-up menu item. This takes a child, so for the child I'll be passing the child to be text, which will be taking e, which is being passed over there. And for the value of this pop-up menu item, it will be taking the e as well. So value will be equal to e again, and I need to add this over here. And after herein we need to add dot to list, so that whatever items which we are taking from in here are converted in a form of a list and are displayed inside this pop-up menu button. Now let's create this handle click function as well, because if we are not creating it, it won't be working. What we can say, this particular top 3 dots which we are going to display won't be working. So we need to add a handle click function as well. It will be of a type void. The name would be handle click, as I mentioned earlier. It will be taking a string inside it, and after this string it will be having a switch statement inside it. So switch case statement, this will be switching the value of the string whatever it is taking over there. For the case, we have to pass the string which we have added over here. So here I have added a logout, and here I have added a settings. So adding a logout, make sure to not defer the item whatever you are passing inside it. So it is case sensitive, so make sure to take care of that as well. In this particular case, if it is logout, I am printing logout in my debug console, and similarly copying this particular case and pasting it over here. And if it is settings, so let me copy the settings part, pasting it. I'll be printing pasting, and I don't need the default part as we are not like making a production app, so I'm not considering the default part for now. And here you can see that I have been displayed with this top 3 dots which are available, and when I'm clicking on the top 3 dots, it is displaying the 2 items which I have mapped as a list. So when I'll be clicking on the top item, which is the logout item, you can see that the drawer, whatever it was, the top 3 dots, the items which were being displayed from the top 3 dots have been removed, and it has closed the list which was showing the items, and it has displayed logout in the debug console. And when I'll be clicking on this again, and when I'll be clicking on the settings over here, it will be printing out settings for me with the help of this handle click function which we have created over here. So this is how you can add a drawer and a top 3 dots inside your application, inside your Flutter application, by adding some part of the code. There are some more packages which are available, which will be providing you with the feature of adding all those things directly without any hustle or without any extra part of the code. But I won't suggest you to do that or to use those packages, because packages sometimes break. So if the user is updating any of the packages which is available, then there are chances of your app to break. So I won't suggest you to use the packages which are available for all of the purposes, because with some lines of code only you can add various different functionalities. So avoid using packages in this particular case. And this was it for this particular video, where I have covered you, or I have showed you the implementation of the drawer and the top 3 dots which are available inside our Flutter application. So I have covered about both of them totally from scratch. And if you got to learn something new from this video, then make sure to drop a like to this video. Share this video and the channel with the people in your community who want to learn Flutter and are finding for right resources to learn. And also subscribe to the channel to get all the latest updates related to Flutter development course. So a new video is being posted every alternate day, so make sure to subscribe as well. Also comment down below what you would like to see in the upcoming videos, or the things which you want us to cover. So I'll be adding those things in the curriculum if I found suitable, if I found them suitable for the course. So make sure to comment your thoughts and what you have learned from this video as well. Also make sure to check out Newton School and Launchpad through the link given in the description. So they are doing amazing work, so make sure to check them out. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.